single color paint job with external decals is by far the easiest scheme to do, but with the wide array of cool decals available, you can still make a sweet looking body if done correctly. The items needed to do a one color decal job are a hairdryer, external decals, permanent marker, hobby knife, Lexan scissors, polycarbonate paint, and of course a body with window masks. Planning is key in getting a nice looking finished product, so take some time to think about colors and decal placement before you start hitting paint. Do a rough cutout of the decals to be used and place them over the body in various areas to see where they fit best and what will give you the look you are after. You can even use a permanent marker on the outer film coating to make notes of what decal placement plans you have. We've already discussed applying the window masks, but you should use your finger to again firmly press all the way around the masks to ensure that they are bonded well to the inner body, preventing the chance of paint bleeding under them. You are now ready for your first coat of paint. Shake the paint can vigorously for a minute or so before attempting to use it. It is also a good idea to use a scrap piece of cardboard to do a test shot of paint to make sure everything is working fine. It is possible to get a defective can of paint that could ruin a brand new body if not tested first. Your first coat of paint should only be an extremely light dusting. This serves two purposes. First, the light dusting will help to seal the edges of the window masks to the body. And second, it will prevent runs and pooling of paint by the window masks that could easily bleed under and cause an ugly line. Once your first coat of paint is done, use a hairdryer on the low heat setting to help dry the paint quicker, or simply wait for the required amount of time for the paint to dry on its own. You'll have to check with your specific brand of paint to find out how long this will take. You should also do a quick cleanup with the spray can of paint so paint doesn't dry up within the nozzle. The best way to do this is to hold the paint can upside down and press the nozzle until no more paint comes out. This means that the nozzle is empty. Use a rag to wipe the nozzle off and it will be ready for use for your next coat. You should go through this process each time you are finished using a can of spray paint for any length of time. Once the first coat of paint is dry, recheck all the window masks by rubbing your finger along their edges again to ensure they haven't lifted at all. Give the paint another good shake and hit the second coat of paint, only this time a little thicker. Keep in mind that the idea behind polycarbonate paint is to keep it flexible, so the thinner the layers of paint are, the more flexible they will be and the better the bond will be. Go through the process of drying the paint and rechecking the window masks again, and then you're ready for the final touch-up coat of paint. You shouldn't need much paint here, just look for the light spots and dust some on. Use the hairdryer one final time to be sure that the paint is dried. Now it's time to remove the window masks and expose the clear windows. Be sure that the paint is fully dried before you attempt this, or you may tear the paint during the process. Use a hobby knife or tweezers to get a corner section of the window mask started, and then slowly peel it off of the body while pulling parallel along the mask line. You are also ready to peel away the protective film from the outside of the body, since this film is only used to protect the outer surface of the polycarbonate from paint overspray, and all of the painting is finished. You will have to remember the decal layout you planned earlier, since when you peel away the film, you will also peel away your markings for the decals. Before you can apply the decals, they must be cut out from the sheet. You can use curved Lexan scissors or a sharp hobby knife on a cutting pad. Try to cut the decals out as close to the print line as possible, but decals are printed on clear vinyl, so if you leave some of the backing on, you still won't be able to see it. When you are ready to actually apply the decals, simply peel away a small section of the decal backing and use scissors to remove just a small area. Line the decal up on the body where you want it placed, and once you are happy with the position, press the exposed area of the decal down, bend the decal up, remove the rest of the backing, and roll the entire decal down onto the body, being careful to eliminate air bubbles. You may have to use a hobby knife to slightly modify a decal so it fits nicely within the body's shape. Don't press too hard with the knife or you may cut too deep into the polycarbonate and weaken the body. Finish applying all the rest of the decals into their desired positions. You are now ready to cut out and mount the body. Use curved Lexan scissors and follow the molded cut lines, being careful not to scratch the paint on the inside while doing so. We'll cover more on body mounting later on within this DVD. Place the body onto your chassis as you have now finished a simple one-color paint scheme with decals.